Before I start, I want to say, if you like stories that hit hard and feel real, hit that subscribe button and drop your thoughts and comments. I'd love to hear how you handle this. I never thought a simple dinner could unravel everything. It began with a text, the kind that freezes your chest even before you read it. We need to talk. Tonight, alone. Her name flashed on my phone, and I felt that old, familiar twinge of worry. Not the good kind, the kind that creeps in when you sense something's off. We've been married for 7 years. 7 years of birthdays, road trips, quiet mornings sipping coffee in mismatched mugs. I thought I knew her. The way she laughed at my bad jokes, the way she frowned when she was upset, the way she reached for my hand in a crowded room. And yet, that night, I realized I didn't know her at all. Dinner was quiet at first. Too quiet. The clink of cutlery sounded loud, unnatural. I watched her smile at nothing, sip her wine a little too carefully. And then it happened. She reached into her purse. My first thought was, she's grabbing a napkin or a wallet. But then I saw it. My ring. My wedding ring. The one I'd slid onto her finger on a rainy October afternoon, promising forever. I froze. My throat tightened. That's mine, I said, my voice barely a whisper. She looked up, startled, a flicker of something unreadable crossing her face. She handed it back without explanation. My mind spun. How did it get there? Why would she take it out in the middle of dinner? In the days that followed, suspicion gnawed at me like a relentless tide. Missed calls she didn't hear, texts she didn't get, late nights she claimed were overtime at work. I caught glimpses of messages she'd leave open on her phone, hurriedly closing apps when I walked in. At first, I questioned myself. Maybe I was imagining things, maybe I was being paranoid, but the unease never left. It felt like a shadow hovering over every word, every glance. Then came the accidental discovery. I was looking for a pen in her purse. Just a stupid, innocent reason, and my fingers brushed against the edge of an envelope I hadn't seen before. Curious, I opened it. Inside were pictures. Pictures of her with someone else. Smiles that weren't meant for me. Hands entwined where mine had once been. My stomach turned to lead. I sank onto the couch, the envelope shaking in my hands, my mind replaying every memory with a new, bitter lens. I thought about the mornings when she said, "I'm just running errands," but lingered longer than she claimed. I remember the small excuses she'd made when I tried to hug her after work, the sudden tension when I touched her phone. Each memory, each ordinary moment, now felt like a lie. I confronted her that night. The words tumbled out before I could stop them. "Who is he?" My voice cracked, more from heartbreak than anger. "How long has this been going on?" Her eyes filled with tears, but not the kind that comforted me. She spoke quickly, a jumble of guilt and justification. "It didn't mean anything at first. I didn't want to hurt you. It just happened." I wanted to scream, to break something, to make her feel even a fraction of this pain. But all I could do was sit numb, listening to her explanations, feeling the walls of our life crumble around me. For hours we talked, though every word felt like it cut deeper. She confessed the entire timeline, every stolen moment, every whispered lie. And with each admission, I felt the last traces of our life together slipping away, not with fire, but with a quiet, devastating weight. When she finally left, I held my ring in my hand. The gold band felt heavier than ever, a cruel reminder of the vows that now meant nothing. I didn't throw it. I didn't smash it. I just stared at it, imagining the future I'd planned, the family I thought we'd build, and realizing that none of it was coming back. The next days were strange and hollow. I walked through our home, each room filled with echoes of what used to be. Memories that once made me smile now stung. Her laugh, her perfume, the way she stirred the coffee just for me. And yet, beneath the pain, I felt something else. Clarity. A quiet understanding that trust once broken cannot be repaired overnight. And sometimes, letting go is the only way to survive. I didn't rage against her, didn't beg or plead. I simply told myself that I deserved better. I'd loved fully, given completely, and even though it hurt to admit, it wasn't enough to hold her. Weeks later, I slipped the ring into a small box and placed it on the mantel, not as a symbol of loss, but as a reminder of strength, of survival, of lessons learned the hardest way possible. I still remember that night vividly, the way she reached into her purse, the shock, the betrayal, the quiet, terrible unraveling. And I remember the moment I chose myself over the memory of us. It was devastating, yes, but in that devastation, I found my own kind of freedom. So, if you've been through something like this, or if you know someone who has, I want to hear your story. Drop a comment below. Share how you handled it, or how you think you'd handle it. And don't forget to subscribe for more real, raw stories that cut straight to the heart. Because some stories aren't about happily ever after. Sometimes they're about finding yourself after the world you knew collapses.